Hola mis reinas chicas, ¿cómo estáis? Just kidding. Hey little queen, so I haven't filmed a video. I have been literally swamped with so much work, like, no lie, I've been sleeping around 5, 6 in the morning, and then I wake up between, like, 7:45 to 10-ish, depending on, like, Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday class. Moral of the story, for basically all this month straight, really, I've just been one thing after another. I have so much work to do, but I kind of wanted to film. I just saw Scream Queens, American Horror Story, and I don't know, I kind of want to do an American Horror Story, Roanoke Nightmare kind of commentary. Not like my Mr. Robot ones. If you have been subscribed to me for a while, I kind of want to do it more like comedic and stuff, and more like lighthearted, and just kind of like joking along with the show, you know, nothing like, oh, like this and this, and like theorizing. I mean, I could, like, in hindsight, but, like, you know, straight off the bat, like, I just want to make it funny. If you follow me on Twitter, you've probably seen my tweets about it. But here's my Amber Rose Slutwalk shirt. It says Mava, and on the back, it says United Sluts. I don't know if we're gonna see this. It says United Sluts of America. So, I wore the shirt today, and I'm gonna wear it tomorrow also, just because, hi. And, basically this video again, if you have seen my video from, I believe it was a little bit over a year and a half ago when I first went to the Menger, and then I believe I updated it in the bio or the description there, and I want to say I touched upon it in another video afterwards. I don't remember which exact video, but I know the first one was like with me, Robert, and Celeste. We were at the Menger Hotel here in San Antonio. Now if you know anything about the Menger Hotel or San Antonio in general, you know, like, basically the downtown area is kind of full of paranormal activity. We have the Menger, the Emily Morgan, I believe. That one used to be a hospital. The Alamo, of course. And there's a couple of other places. I want to say Pat O'Brien's, but I could be totally wrong on that. And, like, some, like, one of them at a bar, like, you'll see, like, kids' handprints, like, at the top. And I think there's something here. We've had a little quarrel, me and the radio station here. But Russell Rush is kind of like the DJ of the radio station, or like the host. I don't know. Like, he's basically the face for Mix 96.1. If you're here in San Antonio, you basically know what I'm talking about. But he has the Russell Rush Haunted Tour, or Haunted House Tour, something like that. And I've never watched any of their videos or like heard like their podcasts. I really don't know what they have. I want to say they probably do have videos. But I know they have done it at those places, and they say like, oh, like, put in your zip code, see like scary haunted places here and stuff like that. But the only haunted place that I've been in that I've had an experience was the Menger Hotel. Now basically this is my spooky slutty story, and this is the real American Horror Story hotel that I went to. So I want to say I probably put in Snapchats in those videos. Maybe I didn't. If you followed me on Snapchat, Twitter, whatever, you would have known. If you didn't, well, you know, whatever, they're probably lost to the universe. But basically the first time we went, it's nothing crazy. Every time I go, I just like going in there. I think low-key I want to scare myself. High-key I'm just going in there just because I kind of like, I'd say the old-timiness that it kind of has. It still has that classic, you know, noir feel to it. Like, I don't know. I'm obsessed with like the Black Dahlia and like John Bonet and stuff like that. More the Black Dahlia, just like that whole like desensitization to, I guess, the murder, and more, it sounds bad, but the objectification of her as a woman. I think that is what I like. Not saying that I like to objectify women, obviously, no, but like, I think I fall into that, you know, kind of socially conditioned track where, you know, like, oh my god, we like highly eroticized her death and her murder. But I think I kind of just like that, like, kind of being like a hoe at the hotel and stuff. I don't know, I sound like such a mess right now. But I basically like that, so I went to the hotel with them, and it was just the three of us. We were walking around, you know, nothing really happened, and there used to be, like, another entrance, but I think that one got, like, kind of, like, blocked up. So, basically, if you've ever been in San Antonio, it is the Alamo. It's, like, a little ice cream shop, and then it's, like, the Menger, but there's, like, little shops in the Menger, and there's, like, a little alleyway, and that leads you to the River Walk. I was gonna say something else, but that's in another city. And that little alley, I think there's an entrance there. That one is, it's kind of like their dinner room or something like that, like dinner ballroom thing. And then it's a cigar shop. That one's like been there forever, that I can remember before like I had moved here. And I think the entrance, the second entrance in the front is where they have a piano now, and that one is just like kind of locked off, I think, completely. And then it's just the main entrance, so you can only walk in through the main entrance more or less. And there's another loop thing, but I really don't ever think that's open. I've never really seen people go in there, and I know there's like a bar thing that you can come out the side, and in the middle it's like a pool and stuff. It's very cool, I suppose, but it was kind of creepy. And basically, you know, again, we're just three people who are walking around. I'm just like, yeah, I don't mind it. Like, they kind of know people walk in and out who don't, I guess, have a room and stuff. And I don't think they have, like, cameras. I don't think so. So it's kind of like another, like, Hotel Cortez waiting to happen, so to speak, in the sense of that real life hotel in LA. I keep forgetting the name when it comes to it. But if you know that hotel that basically American Horror Story Hotel is kind of based off of, and like those Elisa Lam kind of conspiracies, then you kind of know what I mean by that. And I've been there as a child growing up and stuff like that. They have like that old furniture, that old piano that's blocked off now, and they have like a really like nice piano in like the lobby and stuff. And it's like a small thing, really. It's like, I don't know, it's weird. It's a very small place, so to speak. And we're just walking around. They still have like those old like phone booth things where you can like pull like a glass door, like it's one of those kind of folding side to side doors. And you know, we took pictures in there and stuff like that. I want to say they're probably in that vlog. I could totally be wrong, but I'm pretty sure those were in the vlog at least, or at least there's some kind of picture that I inserted in there. And you know, nothing happens there. I want to say like there's probably like legends that you smell cigars from like people in the past, or you'll hear a voice or blah blah blah. But I mean, there is a bar next to it, like right across from like the place, or like a couple steps down. So you know, it's kind of hard to justify like, is this like ghost cigar smells, or is this like actual cigars from like maybe someone in the bar, or like, you know, cigars just wafting in, or maybe from the cigar shop. And when you go down, I think that part was remodeled in the corner that's like, it's kind of glass, and that's like the bougie part of it, where it's like those kind of like pull up driveway kind of valet drop off things, if you know what I mean, in hotels. And that part was cool. That part was a corner of the building. But we always go through, if you walk in through the main entrance, basically the only entrance in the front, you take a right, there is going to be where another entrance used to be, and kind of like a mini, I want to say second lobby, but it's basically two chairs and a mirror vanity kind of thing. And then there's like a glass wall, and then it's bathrooms, like a dining ballroom kind of place. And I'm pretty sure that's kind of the layout. And if you look up, it's like, I think you look up to the second floor, I don't think the third floor. And that one kind of has like, I want to say crown molding, but I mean, I'm not an interior designer kind of person. But it basically is kind of like, you know, it's a nice place. And I'll try to link a picture of like the Menger or anything in the description. But basically it's kind of like a creepy hotel, blah, blah, blah. So he walked around, we're looking for ghosts. We were like kind of like being followed by people or something, we don't really know. You can watch the vlog, and it was an interesting experience to say the least, in the sense of when I went, I kind of wanted to experience something. And I know that sounds very wrong, and you really shouldn't like provoke ghosts or anything, not that I did, but you know what I mean, like don't play around with that. Don't use Ouija boards and such. I've never used them in my life, but I'm just saying from like watching other people, like things like that, like you kind of want an experience, but then at the same time you probably don't, because like, no. No bitch. And it was okay. We were just walking around again. We thought we were being followed. And I want to say in this instance, because I was watching American Horror Story Hotel again, and it kind of planted the idea in me to say, okay, I think maybe I should tell this story, because I don't think I've really touched upon it. But if you do remember, I want to say when Tristan is walking, I want to say it's episode 2 or 3, I think the fashion show episode, he basically sees food, and there's like a glass and like a sandwich, basically like room service food. And he kind of like opens it and he takes a bite of the sandwich, and there's maggots. Well, I'm pretty sure it was this instance, if not it was the other one when I went alone, but I'm pretty sure I had seen something like that. And it was food that was like left out or something, people didn't get it. And now, the first time we went, there is the floor that you walk into, the first floor. The second floor, which like everyone has been to. And then there is like a third floor or something like that. Now, when you look at the building through the outside, to me, it only looks like 3 floors max. Sometimes I think it's just 2. And I had to ask my dad for the second time that I went, like later on. And I mean, we just walked around. It's basically like a rectangle once you kind of get over it. We were taking pictures by the elevator. You know, we were taking pictures in creepy chairs and stuff like this. Again, nothing really happened in that time. I think there was only just I don't know if like spirits can do it in the sense of like they kind of like attract you. Like you just know you want to stay, you want to see something. It's getting late in the night. I'm pretty sure it was like 1 in the morning or something. You know, like 3 is the witching hour, or blah blah blah. I mean, I'm pretty sure there wouldn't be as many people as when we first got there in like 10, 11. You know, but again, we're just walking around exploring and stuff, hearing like little weird things. The floor is really creaky. It's an old hotel basically, and the doors are so like, ew, like, you know, it just kind of gives you that bad vibe. But at the same time, I'm kind of attracted to that like oldish kind of classic, you know, whatever kind of feel and like aesthetic that they have. And then, you know, we left and everything, and nothing happened again. You know, I was just like, oh, like we're ghost hunting. We were ghost hunting earlier that day, I believe. We went looking for the donkey lady. You can look that up on like Google, like the donkey lady legend and stuff in the bridge. And I forgot what other things we did. And growing up, I've never really had like ghost experiences in certain places that we went to visit that were haunted. I'm pretty sure I didn't, except for one at a mission. If you want to hear those stories, of course, you can like tell me in the comment section. But the second time I went, it was just Celeste and and I don't remember what we were really doing. I know she wanted to go to like a club or something, and I was like, the people there look too rough or harsh, you know, like it doesn't look like the right crowd for like 18-year-olds to really go to, you know, freshly turned 18-year-olds at that time. And I was like, you know, like if you want to go, you can go. And I was kind of like ditching her because I was like, I'm not going to go into like a bar or anything like that. Like I like the idea, but like in that environment, like downtown, I was like, no. And then I was going to the Menger and stuff. I was like, we have to go to the Menger. And that's why I tell you, like, I felt like so attracted to go back to the Menger because they said nothing happened last time. I felt like something was supposed to happen or blah, blah, blah. But I said maybe there was just too many of us. So we go in, we kind of get stared at by the front office. Of course, like, you can tell, like, when, you know, people just, like, look to see who comes in. But, you know, like, you get that feeling where you feel like they kind of are looking at you like they're, like, maybe they either remember me or something. Because I tend to want to go into the Menger every time I'm downtown or something like that. Like, I'll tell my friends, like, hey, let's go to the Menger. And I had gone previously again before I went with Robert and stuff. And I believe that was my last day with Audrey before college vlog. I wanna say we either filmed a little bit in the Menger or I have a picture on Instagram or something like that, but I know I have like some proof that we went. Especially the second vlog with Robert and Celeste. And the third time I don't believe I vlogged anything with Celeste. I could be totally wrong if it's not the hanging with Ariana Grande vlog. But we went and stuff like this, and it was late. At that time it was late. I'm pretty sure it was like 1:40 or something, and we were walking around like, oh, we're gonna find sugar daddies or something. And I think that kind of leads into like why I like the Black Dahlia, you know, like that kind of lifestyle. We walk in again, we get kind of stared at, and we're like, okay, like let's go look at the phones and like the pool area and like the weird conference rooms and like that glass part. And when we went to that glass part, you kind of cross, I want to say it's like a table with a vase of flowers, and then you kind of get to the corner of the building where it has like that valet curve thing. And I truly don't remember it being so like eerie. And I know it sounds weird and stupid, but it's like, you know, like when you've been walking through somewhere and then like normally, but like one day, like you kind of walk through it like you've already been there a million times. Like let's say you're walking around in your house and like you think you're like haunted or something, or like something's stalking you. You basically walk around like nothing, but then like you walk around and get like an uneasy feeling. You feel like someone's watching you, something like that. That is kind of what I felt when we were passing the bar and stuff. Like I just felt like it was too loud, and at the same time when we got into that area it was too quiet. And I'm pretty sure I was the one that said like, hey, let's get in the elevator. And then I was looking at it, and then we were kind of looking around, and she was like, yeah, let's get in the elevator. And I'm pretty sure I was like, no. Because I remember, like, I want to say the elevator took too long or something happened last time I was with Robert. Nothing crazy, but, like, you know, it kind of made you like, And I was just like, nah. And I'm pretty sure we went up the stairs, so we walk up. We saw, like, a do not disturb sign. They were doing construction at one point, and that one was finished. And there's, like, a room here, and it's, like, so weird, because it's kind of like if you had like an indent in the wall. I really don't know how to explain it. Like, let's say it's this corner and like this is the door to the hotel room, but you know, like everything is like level, but like there's like a little like passageway to get to this door. I don't know how to explain it really. That's what it is. And then there's one in the corner, and I want to say those are like bigger rooms because there's only 3 of them, so like it seems like a waste of a corner. Again, I've never been in any of the rooms there, so I really wouldn't know. And I remember just being like, hey, we should like knock or something. But then I remember hearing like no noise. Again, people could be sleeping. But at the same time, I was like, no, there's like pretty like, it's kind of normal to hear a couple of people walking on the floors, leaving or arriving or just like going on ghost tours, because sometimes you will see ghost tours, and I'm pretty sure we saw people during a ghost tour earlier and stuff like this. I know I sound all over the place. I'm just trying to like remember things as they come to me. And again, we just start walking around the first floor and then the second floor and the third floor. And this is where I found it weird. So when we were going, there was like little ice machines. Those aren't really like working and stuff like this. And I think they were pretty much working that day, or at least one of them was, because there was like a loud noise. And there wasn't like people following us this time or whatever, but I'm pretty sure we like heard people like in the rooms or something. And that's why I said that episode of American Horror Story Hotel kind of like triggered this feeling to want to share the story. And I remember Celeste and I were just like, like, she's kind of more like free, like whatever. Like, I don't think she pays much close attention to details I would. Maybe it's because she hasn't gone as much as I have. But it was the third floor, and we saw again like that tray of food, and if memory serves me right, it was like the same room. And that's why like I kind of like was like, like an American Horror Story Hotel, like people who live in hotels. And I mean, I don't know, that happens there. I know that happened like that hotel, that like the Hotel Cortez, that infamous hotel with Elisa Lam is. Like they said people would live there, and I know like some murderer or something like that lived there. So I was just like, okay, like interesting. And there's like a little glass, and I know I showed that in the vlog. And again, I don't know if this was the one with Celeste or the one with Robert and Celeste, but I do know there's 2 instances where we saw it. And I was like, hey, you should put it in your purse and you should take it. And she did. And I remember like it was a sandwich that was there, and that's why like it's so weird, because it said a sandwich in American Horror Story Hotel, and the sandwich in that. Again, I don't think American Horror Story Hotel had come out yet. I don't completely remember, to be completely honest with you guys. But I know that is what's triggering me now to be like, hey, like I had this story that was kind of similar, so to speak. And we're walking around, and this is where I say it gets weird. So with us, I'm pretty sure it's 3 floors, maybe 4. I honestly don't know. But we were walking around, and then I kind of noticed like steps. And when we were walking with Robert, like there was steps, but it was never like noticeable. You know, like when you, I know it sounds so stupid, but you know, like when you walk up to your front door and you have like a step and a step, like it kind of just seems routine, so to speak. Well, for me, like I felt like these steps are like not here or something before, because like usually when you're walking around, there would be like window panes, and that kind of like looks out into the middle of the place. But I remember looking back and seeing like a huge parking garage, and I was like, okay, this is really weird, because I said that kind of wouldn't make sense. Again, I don't know, I had to ask my dad. He said yes, but again, I was like, this makes no sense for a parking garage to be here, like in the layout of the mall and the layout of the hotel, because I said it's an alleyway and this is like the corner of the street. Like I said, where is this parking garage? Because I was like, I've never seen a parking garage, but again, I'm like, maybe I just like overthought it. Maybe I was just like too creeped out in the moment. So again, I don't know about that. If anyone wants to fact check, like in the comments down below, of course, please do so. And then it started to smell really bad, and it smelled like something was rotting or weird. And again, this is the weird part where I said it reminded me of when Tristan got off that elevator on that scene, because even Celeste kind of noticed like it smelled weird and stuff. She was like, ew, like it smells like shit here. And I was just like, yeah, like it smells just like gross. Like it just smelled bad. Like it's kind of a mix of like dead body smell or something like that. Like something that like shit, or I don't know. We were in a medical school, so like we kind of experienced those smells before. And I was just like, it smells weird. Like in my mind, I'm like, okay, like this doesn't seem right. Like there's like a sandwich on the floor here. There's food. Obviously, someone is like in this room again. I guess they ate the same thing, so to speak. We took a glass and stuff, and then I remember it was 2 doors like side to side. You know, like how in hotels, like usually it's like door and then space. Well, it's kind of like these 2 doors. Of course, there's like a gap in between it, like a good amount of gap. But like that was the kind of like layout that we were seeing. And usually when you just walk around, like it's just door, wall, door, wall, door, wall. Like it's very like old fashioned, so to speak. And like this one was just like 2 doors. Like it looked more modern, and it looked Bates Motel-ish, kind of like, I don't know, like it's hard to explain it without like getting a picture. But if you ever remember like the promo pictures for like Bates Motel, that's kind of what I think about, like how close the doors are in motels or something like that. And that's just what I remember. And I remember one door was cracked open. It was a left door. So if you're like this looking, it was this door, and it was like cracked open a good amount. And I felt like that's where the smell was coming from. And again, that kind of creeped me out in the back of my mind, because when I think about it, I was like, okay, American Horror Story Tale, like, it probably smelled weird, and, like, there was a sandwich on the floor. In my mind, I'm like, okay, like, why is this door kind of cracked open at the time we go up there? Like, it was dead quiet, and it usually is never dead quiet. Like, you're gonna hear, like, creaks and this and that, but it was, like, quiet. Like, it only creaked when we moved, and, again, that would have been scary. We would have heard, like, creaking, because the lights were off. The lights were completely off. You couldn't see, and I really wanted to open the door and, like, peek and be like, what is that smell, you know? And I was just like, no, don't do it, because, of course, like, you don't know if there's crazy people at hotels like that. It is in downtown San Antonio. We do have, like, a lot of homeless people. I said maybe someone overdosed. I don't know. Like, I've never looked into it, like, just seeing, like, oh, on this day or this week. But you know what I mean, you guys. And that's why I say, like, don't, like, provoke ghosts or anything like that, like, if there was, or, you know, there's a real hypodermic Sally running around. But I was like, with Celeste, and I was just like, oh my god, the door's open. I was like, we should, like, go in. But then I was like, no. And I really wanted to, like, shine my phone flashlight. But then I said, like, what if I would have seen someone or something went down and then, like, we get attacked? Again, I mean, we could have gotten attacked by ghosts if we wanted to, so to speak. But again, I was just like, eh. And we just moved along. And I remember kind of looking back, like, at the door and being like, why is that the only door open? And what I also found weird is, like, you know how they have, like, those kind of third deadbolts, and it's usually the one that you can, like, move, like a hinge, so it'll open, but it gets caught. Like, it's not like the ones, like the little chain one, but the other one, that one was there, and it was, like, open, but, like, you know, like, it has the door, so, like, if it hits it, like, it doesn't close, but, like, it had it, but the door was, like, open good enough. So I don't know how to explain it again, but it was open a good amount, and I was just like, that's weird, you know? Like, it's just one of those things that you keep thinking about, like, that's just odd, so to speak. And we were just moving along, and then I noticed, like, we got on the 4th floor. And now usually when you do this, there is steps, and this is why I say, okay, like, these steps are, like, weird, because there was steps and we got into the 3rd floor, and that's when I was like, okay, parking garage. But then, like, the steps to the 4th floor was just, like, an incline. And I want to say there was a 5th floor. I could be exaggerating this part, but I want to say, like, there is more than the floors that you expect looking at the building, more floors than I had ever walked on, going there so often and stuff like this. And that's why I said it got so weird, because I said we were walking in a circle, you know, in the hallways, but we never really reached, like, the end of the hallway. And it's hard to say, because at the end of the hallway, I was like, okay, there was that elevator last time, and I said there's those little steps to get down, like, midway if you wanted to, and there's, like, a middle thing, again, where you open window panes and you can, like, see the middle of the building. Now, when we would open it, it was, like, pitch black, and that's where I said, this is weird, because the pool is always on, and you're always going to see the light of the lobby, because it's, like, a huge glass, like, window door thing. So I said, that's weird. And then I said, okay, like, even, like, then, like I said, I would look to the right, and I should be able to see, like, their old, like, stair things that run down the side of old buildings here in San Antonio. And, like, there was, like, a couple of lights, because we would take pictures on them, like, my dad and my brother and I, you know, when we were growing up, when we would come visit before we moved. So I was just like, okay, like I said, I'm supposed to be seeing something. But it was, like, pitch black, and that's where I said, okay, this is weird, because I said, okay, like, American Horror Story, like, you know, like, they, like, brick wall the windows and stuff, so, like, if you, like, open the window, it was, like, a brick wall. And that's why I said, okay, this is kind of creepy, because I said this isn't, like, what's supposed to be here. This isn't how it usually is. And I was just like, this is just not normal. This isn't, like, the normal visit. And that's where I was, like, kind of low-key, like, okay, I kind of want to get out of here, but I kind of don't, because I said, what if we're, like, stuck in here, and what if we're not? Sorry, this video is a little long, but you know I like to talk. But, I was just like, I kind of want to leave, and I kind of didn't want to, and Celeste was kind of like, oh, you know, she was having fun, because normally she'd be like, yeah, can we, like, leave already or something, not in a bad way, but, like, you know, she'll kind of, like, be the person who wants to leave, and, like, you kind of want to, but you don't want to be the person to say it, like, she'll kind of just, like, yeah, can we just, like, leave now or something, not that she gets scared or anything, but, like, you know, she's just that person. And, like, she wasn't saying anything, we were just walking around again. I said, okay, we haven't reached the elevator. I said, there's no, like, little door thing with the ice machine, and I was just like, this isn't the rooms. Like, the rooms just, it's like an old-fashioned hotel. Like, it's door, wall. And these ones are getting more modern. And I said, okay, this is, like, a new floor. This is, like, what? And I was like, I don't remember a huge parking garage. Like, the mall should be there. Like, where is the alleyway and stuff like this? Like, you know, like, you just, when you know a building from the outside and it doesn't match from when you're on the inside, like, it kind of, like, throws you off. And you're just, like... So, we were just, again, walking around. And I said, we could not find, like, that elevator. Like, it was just not there. So I said, okay, let's just walk back the way we came. And again, this was so creepy, because I said, I felt like, no lie, and it sounds so corny and stupid. I know you guys are probably like, okay, like, you're just lying, you're just exaggerating. But no. And I said, when we were walking back, I said, it was kind of as if, like what they show in movies or TV shows when like the room kind of like goes like this a little. Like that's kind of like what I felt. Not that it was like very obvious. I'm like, oh my god, like Celeste, can you see this? But like in my mind, I was kind of like, I feel like they're like going through like a Twilight Zone moment. And I know when I explained this to another one of my friends, she was like, yeah, I probably had like a Twilight Zone moment or something. Like who knows what could have happened to y'all. And then we were walking back. We had to pass the same room that was open with a very bad smell. And again, mind you, the smell only was there with this door open. So it's kind of like when you pass that door, it kind of made you want to inspect the room to see what the smell was. But once you passed it, or if you ignored it, like the smell wasn't there. And that's why I tell you, like I said, it was inviting. But at the same time, it's like you have to be cautious because, again, I mean, what if there was like someone who like shit themselves but they got murdered or something like that? Again, who knows? Good thing I didn't find out. And walking back, and I remember just looking down at the food thing because it's like those silver platter things and the plates, the little glass and the knives. The glass is still missing because like we took it, you know. Again, it's hard for me to remember because we went 2 times and it was with the Celeste, so she was the same person twice. So again, I could be getting this out of order. Either way, it still happened. And I remember just being like, okay, like it smells really bad in that like room or something. And I was like walking by, and I was just like, I kind of wanted to tell like the front desk people, but I was kind of like, I just want to get out of here, you know. Like when you kind of just, you already felt uneasy kind of from the beginning, and then it just got more like creepy and stuff, and you're kind of just like, I low-key just want to get out of here. Like this isn't like cool, you know, like this isn't as fun anymore. Like something's a little off. I don't like this. That's how I felt. And again, I said everything was kind of okay, but like you kind of felt like a little, not anxious, but like you just felt different. And again, when we were walking back, I was kind of just like, I'm pretty sure I walked on the right side of the hallway this time because I was like, that door is open. What if someone barges out at us, like blah blah blah, you know, in my mind. But I said, okay, like hi, there's doors on this side too, but this is obviously where the smell is coming from, and like the light was like on it. But the way the light looks is like when you have like a light post and like a door, like that kind of a creepy look. That's what I had, but like indoors, and the door is open. But like you know, like sometimes the light will shine in from a cracked door. It's like if the light couldn't enter the room. That's why I said it was creepy. I wanted to shine my flashlight, but I felt like it was gonna be one of those things like either you open it, like a killer jumps at you or something, or like there's a fucking ghost or like a demon in there. So I was just like, yeah, no. So we're walking back. It feels weird. It smells bad. You know, we still have the glass and stuff. And then when we're walking, again, if you're supposed to be walking down an incline, you feel yourself going like this. I felt like we were going up still. And I remember looking, and I said, okay, where's the 3rd floor? Like, we're still not going down. We're like still stuck on the 4th, 5th floor again. I could be exaggerating the 5th floor, but I know I said there's just too many floors for this hotel. Like, the windows on the outside of the building don't match, but like, I don't know, it was a weird thing. And I was just like, I don't want to be here anymore. So we're walking, and then somehow the incline starts to go down. And then we go down steps. Mind you, if you're in a corner of a building, you're gonna go up and down that corner of a building. If you're coming down the corner of a hallway, like you can't just be in the middle of the building. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like the building has 4 corners. If you're walking down this hallway, you either go down like this way or this way. You can't go down the middle. That's what happened to us. We came down the middle of the building. The only way you can tell with that is you look to your left and you see that the hallway where like turns to go into the square. You look over here and it was like we're on the 2nd floor. It's that big opening and then like the bottom like lobby kind of area. And again, if you've ever been there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So again, how could we go from like the 4th floor, really, the 5th floor to the 2nd floor, but like down the middle? And again, it didn't make sense because it was just doors on both sides, but there wasn't like window panes. And again, if you've ever been there, there are window panes in the middle. Like, basically, there are window panes facing the inside of the hotel, first off. So you can see, like, the courtyard area. I want to say that's probably what it's called, where the pool is and stuff. So I said, we would have had to have seen the light coming from the lobby and the pool. You know, like I said, you just cannot miss it. But the fact that everything was pitch black until, and, like, everything was, like, silent until, like, we kind of went down those steps. That is what kind of creeps me out, aside from what I'm about to tell you. Now, mind you, I had never had experiences. Now, there's plenty of stories. Certain mirrors, you'll see a ghost. If you take a picture, you should see a ghost. Like, someone killed themselves or blah, blah, blah. Or, like, they see people walking around. I'm kind of getting goosebumps. I'm like, I don't know, it's weird talking about it. And we had taken a picture of one of these mirrors. Nothing happened. I'm pretty sure that was when I posted to Instagram. I posted several, and we took several. I know one of them I posted to Instagram was with my other friends, the one from the Audrey vlog. I want to say we took one with Robert and Celeste. Maybe I took one else, Celeste. I don't remember, but basically that part is infamous. It's a big kind of like bigger than full-length mirror, like I think twice the size of a full-length mirror. It's wooden. It's ancient. It's an ancient mirror, so to speak. And there is those 3 rooms back there, and stuff, and there's that opening down there. And now, mind you, that mirror has been told like, oh, you're gonna see someone standing with you. You're gonna see someone in the background watching you. You're gonna see a face. You're gonna see someone like next to you, or like you're gonna see something. Like it's inevitable, but something's gonna pop up in your photos when you're looking at it, either right away or like when you get home and you're like looking at it, you're like, oh my god, like, you know. And there are mirrors around. And I always want to take pictures of them because I'm like, oh, I want to like see something again, like it's just like curiosity. Like you just want to get something, you just want to see something, you want to be scared. But now when we were walking that way, again, I told you I wanted to take the elevator. We didn't take it from the beginning. We couldn't find the elevator the second time, and we were going on inclines and stuff. Somehow we ended up in the middle of the second floor. This elevator was just, I don't know, like, just walk up the stairs is my thought. Walk down the stairs. We didn't plan on taking the elevator or anything, but we had heard something, and we were walking down the stairs. And I'm getting really goosebumps. I'm like, I don't want to say it out loud. I don't know, it creeps me out. But we're walking down, and then we kind of like heard something, but like from the hallway, which is kind of what caused us to walk down. We're like, you know, like when you hear like a door close, or uh-oh, like there's people, you know, like kind of like funny, like, oh my gosh, like you're scared kind of thing. We had heard that, but we kind of walked back up. Oh my god, the goosebumps came in. And it was like, they say dead silent, the perfect ding, like the creepiest ding of an elevator, like an old time elevator. Like that scene in Annabelle where she's like in the elevator and they're like playing games with her. That is exactly what happened to us. We were like on the 3rd or 2nd step of the floor. And it's like when you're barely about to go back down the steps, so you kind of like turn. It was the perfect ding on time as we turned back and looked at the elevator. It's ding. It opened. And I swear to you guys, I'm getting so scared talking about it. I swear there was like something or someone in there. Not that I saw, not like an apparition. Like I just knew there was something in there that was kind of like inviting us in again. I was like, no. Because that is like the episode in American Horror Story Hotel where Tristan was in the elevator and then he goes back and the countess is there and stuff like that. But you know, like, it wasn't working, like I can't get down, and then like it's not until we saw Mr. March and stuff, and that's why I'm like, maybe that's like the Mr. March room at that hotel. But like, I swear to god there was like someone or something in that elevator. Because I said, of all the times that I've been there, of all the times I have been near any of the 3 or 4 elevators there, I want to say there's like 3. It has never just like gone off by itself. And I know Celeste was like, maybe it goes off by itself, maybe some precedent, like they didn't get on. But I was like, that still wouldn't make sense. Because I said nobody was here, and I said that was the weirdest thing. Because I said it's like there is nobody there that day but like us and like the lobby people. Like if that makes any sense, you know, like it was dead. Like there was like nobody, and that's kind of what creeped me out from the beginning. But at the same time, I was like, I just want to go. It's just like going. I don't know how to explain it. I know people are going to be like, oh, like, you know, elevators just do that. But I said, out of all the times that I've been there and how long that I've always spent there, like, you know, like at least 2-3 hours just walking around the same old place, which is why I said this is so weird that I've never been on, like, that floor. I've never seen this kind of a room. I've never seen that weird thing. And it just, again, like, it just, the perfect ding and, like, dead silence. It dinged, it opened, and it stayed open for a little bit. And that's why I say I felt like someone or something was in there, because it's like when it opens, someone's like, and then you're like, no, and they're like, and it just closes and it dings, and like it either goes up or down. I'm pretty sure it can only go down. I could be wrong on that. But that was the creepiest experience ever. I got so much goosebumps saying that. But again, I said it's kind of like we were wandering into nowhere. We kind of ended up like on the 2nd floor from like whatever floor we were on, really. And then it's kind of like the perfect ending, so to speak, to scare you. And I just felt so, I said, we're out of here. Like, we're out of downtown. Like I said, I want to go home. I don't like this. And I'm pretty sure she got a little freaked out, too. And we were Snapchatting on her Snapchat. I'll say on my Snapchat, maybe. And we're just like, look, dude, like, we went back to the Menger, and like, this happened to us, and we're scared, and like, we don't know what happened. Like, it really kind of freaked us out, because I said, okay, this is like a weird thing. So maybe I was freaking out, pretending like I've never seen this, and this is different, and I don't like the feeling, and blah blah blah. And then for that to happen, like, right as we're about to leave, it's kind of like the go away, but like, come on, go away, you know, like, they scare you away slightly. And that's why I was just like, I don't know, it creeps me out, and I wanted to go back to the Menger ever since, but I don't. I really don't, because I said, what if, like, something happens? I don't know. It's scary. But, of course, there are a lot of ghosts downtown in San Antonio and stuff, and haunted places, so I wouldn't be surprised if, like, I don't know, there's, like, a fucking demon or ghost that was there. That's why it smelled bad. Like, I don't know. And, like, why the elevator opened up on us right as we were leaving. And it's like, no, come take a ride. Like, what if it took us to, like, some random floor, like an attic or something, you know? Like, it's just a really creepy experience, and I don't know, that was my, like, hotel experience. I know it probably sounded, like, not as scary as maybe you thought or whatever, but, I mean, it creeped me out. I'm still a little bit freaked out by it. Like, when I think about it, I'm like, the American Horror Story Hotel, I'm just like, but, I know that's weird. I hope you like this video, and if you do, please like, rate, share, comment, and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. I know I haven't made a lot of videos, and now I've been promising a fragrance review for you queens, so I've been here for a while, but I haven't gotten to it. But that is it from the Countess and I. So again, I really hope you liked it. Please subscribe at least. I love you guys, and that thing that I ordered back in May for a giveaway has still not arrived, and like, it's gonna be November soon. Like, we're already halfway through October, so I'm so pissed off with those people, but what can you do, guys? But, again, I really hope you like the story, so don't go into creepy hotels trying to find something, trying to provoke something, whatever. I mean, maybe subconsciously I was trying to provoke something or, like, invite something to me, but, don't do that. Go with a friend, don't go alone, at the very least, because, you know, at least there's two people, and it's not just you alone. And I don't know, you guys, that was creepy. So, you've ever, like, heard of the Menger Hotel here in San Antonio, then you know what I'm talking about. I wanted to go to Emily Morgan and stuff, but I'm like, after that, so again, just don't. But, I'm just gonna go shower, and I'm gonna go probably do some Spanish homework, and then go to sleep, because, hi, I have class at 9:30. And I still haven't studied the quiz, so, yeah. I hope you guys are having a fun time. I want to say hi to Rami Malek, and stay safe, and God bless, little queens. Hopefully there is going to be more exciting videos. I'm trying to get so much work done so I can at least have like an hour at the most to film. So, hi Rami Malek, stay safe and God bless.